Hey everybody, welcome back to Planet Explorers. It's been an interesting last 2 days or so. Yesterday I actually went out and did a whole bunch of mining. I gathered up a bunch of materials, marble, stone, things like that. And I picked up some tools from the nearby NPCs in order to make that happen a little bit quicker. I've got some iron tools. And I went to the meteorite crater near Chen. I dug all of that out. It was very fast. I was able to get a lot of material. And as we kind of jump back in here, you can see that I have over 3,500 meat, and that's because I was able to sell off a lot of that material, particularly the marble. And I would have sold more, but they only have so much money on them to spend with you. So anyway, I actually came back here and dug this little hole. I was actually experimenting with this grass. The last time I played Planet Explorers, this grass would actually float in the air if you dug the ground out from underneath it, but that's no longer the case, which is pretty cool. So what I want to do today is I want to play around with building a bit. I want to lay down some material. So if we hit B and go into build mode, you can see we have the material down here: stone, marble, some dirt block. And I thought that I would actually be able to drag the materials from here, but that's actually not the case. If you want to change this menu, by the way, let's see, you can go to the menu here, and here is where you actually drag things around from here. So I rearranged a couple things, I threw stone down there. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I was kind of thinking I could dig this out to get rid of the grass. I think if I put material down, the grass is going to kind of stick through it, but I'm not sure I'm that concerned about it. Let's go ahead and start with stone. We're going to pan out a bit here. And I'm just going to lay down probably a square, not a perfect square. So I'm going to left click and drag, and then I'm going to hold, let's see, control, and then go back this way. And we can put this underneath our feet. It's not a big deal. And actually, I think we're going to go a little bit more rectangular with this. Something like that. Let's see what that does. Oh, look at that. It actually took the grass out. That's really cool. You can see it still clipping through here with the grass that's actually not underneath. But I'm totally cool with that. I thought I might actually have to do 2 levels on here to get something like that to work. But cool. That's a good start. Let's see. What I want to do now is I think I'm going to want a bit more space than this, so let's continue this here. We'll scroll back here. We're going to click and drag, control, something like that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool size. I think I am going to want it a little bit bigger, but for now I think what we're going to do is just leave it as is, and let's go underneath here with this too. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. We'll kind of leave it like this because we're going to gather some more material and everything. I think for right now I'm going to go ahead and drop one of the beds here. I do have 2 of them. Let's see. Go into my items, and we're just going to go ahead and set a bed right here. Look at our home, our invisible walls. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get a cool spot going up here. And then eventually what we'll do is probably down below, maybe to the side, maybe just right out front. Maybe down here in the valley, we'll get our base set up. There's kind of pre-built structures that you can get and assemble all together, including a power unit that will power everything within a certain vicinity of it. And this building that we're doing here is kind of its own separate deal. It's kind of a different thing. So this is just going to be more for fun, for experimenting with the building system, putting down blocks like this. And then for the other stuff, we're just going to do that down there out of the way. And I think we'll probably dig maybe we'll dig a staircase. We'll dig through this rock below us and maybe we'll zigzag some stairs down. And all of that stuff can be right down below us. But I think this is a pretty good start right here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take a peek here. I want to see what else we have here. I want to use some wood, but I really don't have that much. I've got 80. I really need to go collect more of that. We do have limestone. Suppose we could see what that looks like on here. This being stone. Let's see what limestone looks like. Let's see. B to bring that up. We have stone, marble. I don't think we have limestone out. No, we don't. So let's see. What is the limestone here? We have 180, so that's this guy. Just drag it into the number 4 slot. Hit 4. Okay, so you can kind of see it here. It's a little darker. Oh, and it's kind of bigger pieces. That's interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. Maybe this would have been the better foundation piece. Let's see. Let's Shift Z. Can we do that here? Yeah, we'll undo that. Actually, you know what? I want to try that again. Shift Z, Shift Z, Shift Z. Look at that. We could take the whole thing out, and it killed the grass. Well, that's one way to get rid of a bunch of grass, I suppose. Okay, cool. You know what? We may end up gathering up some more resources before we continue this, because I might... this limestone looks kind of cool as a base, so I might want to do a bit more mining. But one of the things I want to do today not only was to play around with that a little bit and kind of get a feel for it. It's actually a very easy system to use, which is cool. But I also want to get set up with some weapons and everything. I have been jumped a few times. Fortunately, this axe is pretty strong. The iron axe, I've used that to fend off some creatures. But really, we have no armor, no weapons, anything like that. So I think that's going to be one of the things we want to take care of today. So I think the first thing we need to do is probably travel to the rock formation. We want to talk to Adisa. So let's go ahead and do that and see if she can set us up with some of the parts we need for a gun. Okay, here we are at Adisa. Let's talk to her and see if we can get some stuff. Get some things. So let's see, the first thing we want to start with is make sure that we have the rifle grip. I do want to make a rifle. So we're going to go ahead and buy one of those. Let's see, that's going to go... Where did that go? Am I totally missing that? Oh, there it is, right. So we got the rifle there, the rifle grip. And then we have the muzzles here, and I was kind of looking at these. I was like, what is the difference here? SS and MS is the difference. So I think this is a small size and a medium size. Something along those lines. They do cost the same. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy actually a few of these. I think we're going to buy 4? No, let's buy 3. So basically when you're building a gun, for every muzzle you add, it actually increases the damage a bit. So we definitely want to do that. Now, as far as I recall, if I recall correctly, I think that's all we need to build a gun. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Let's see if we can get this built. So we're going to go in here to create, excuse me, we're going to go to gun. And if we go over to statistics on the right side, we have no visible voxel, handle, or muzzle. Okay, so that's not a problem. So what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to go to parts, and then we want the rifle grip. So we select that, and then we just need to place this out here. Somewhere like that ought to do. Let's see. Let's go ahead and actually bring it back here a bit. Okay, cool. Then we're going to raise the reference plane so we can start placing the voxels up at this level, somewhere in here. Now this won't be a very amazing weapon or anything. After all, we kind of have to deal with what we have. I think I have iron... I do have some iron, and I probably will have enough. And I think it's better. I think iron is better than the marble and the limestone. So that's what we're going to go ahead and use here. Let's see. We're going to get in here. It's been a little while since I have built a weapon. Now, I actually do want to turn on mirroring, come to think of it. Let's do... That's not the split I want. That's not it either. There we go. We're going to split it down the middle so that whatever we build on one side of the gun... will be repeated on the other. It does look like that's not quite centered, but I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do about that. Let's see. Let's lower this reference plane down a bit. Okay, we're going to try and place this back down. Let's see. Back this up here. And rifle grip. Just going to try to line this up. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Okay, rifle grip. Yeah, I think that looks about right there. Okay, so maybe that'll work a little bit better. Okay, go to material, and the mirroring actually did not need to turn back on. It came back up, and yeah, that's much better. Cool, so we're going to raise this up. We're going to grab iron. And again, we only really need to do one side from the center. So I'm going to click and drag here. And I think we're actually going to make this a little thinner at this point and then bring it up. Something like that. Now we can actually come over here and refresh. And down here you can see, in fact there you can see we have 669 iron, and right now we're only using 2. So iron is not going to be a problem to use here. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to keep going here with the iron. And I'm not going to get too crazy here. The reality is we want to get some better material, make a better gun, but we're just trying to get something made for now. It doesn't have to be amazing. Just something. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to make it look too crazy. Okay. That's cool. And then we'll do something back here. See what that looks like. Okay, not bad. And I'm gonna let this have kind of a space here. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. That looks kind of cool. Now, I'm going to have 3 muzzles on this thing. We're going to need these to stick out the front. So I need much more surface area here. And I think what we're going to do is just build this up. I think the front of this gun, it's going to look very top-heavy just because, I don't know, that sounds, I don't know, seems cool. Seems like it could be a thing. Rotate this here, and we'll try to build up some kind of elevation here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Something like that. I don't know. I think that'll work. Let's put the muzzles in here. Let's go to parts. We grab the medium muzzles, right? So, wow, those are very thick. And then we're going to raise this up a bit. Okay, a little higher than that. And I don't want it to clip out the back. Did I center that right? It looks like I did. That is a very large muzzle there. Let's refresh this here. So it's showing our final attack on the right side is 182. Let's go ahead and put another one in. As you can see on the bottom, oh, it actually says 2 of 3. Oh, maybe that's because I have that selected right now. Let's, no, 2 of 3. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy in there. And I think this one's going to be like offset a bit. It's going to be back a bit. Rotate this around. Doesn't want to go there for some reason. Yeah, it doesn't want to center. How odd is that? Let's try that. There we go. Or at least I thought I had it. Why don't you want to be centered? Let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay, it might have been because it was clipping through, but I think we're good there. Is that off a little bit? Oh, look at that. That's why it placed like 2 of them. I must have clicked twice on there. Okay, well that's a problem. I don't need these 2. Well, I suppose that's not a big deal, actually. I want to actually see. We're at 182 damage. Let's delete 1. Give that a refresh. 162. Okay. Let's bring this back in. Yeah, so this guy is not quite centered. Not quite centered there.
Got stuff for me?
What? I think I just right-clicked. Try it again.
What's up?
I think I'm right-clicking out in the world, even though I'm in here. It's registering it out there. That's too funny. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. Let's try not to double place the the muzzle this time. And again, it doesn't want to be centered. Whoops! I had the window open. Bring that back. Close that guy. So there's 1, right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's refresh this. So we're back at the 182. That's cool. And then what we'll do is, will it let me place when there's no voxels? I don't know. Looks like it might, actually. Yeah, that's cool. Let's bring this down. We're going to have to get some material. I don't want that floating there. Looks goofy. Let's see. Material. Iron. And I think we're going to actually come all the way back here for this. Something like that. Bring this up. Oh, I forgot I have the mirroring off, don't I? There we go. Something like this. Okay. This is starting to look very strange. That's cool, though. I'm cool with it. I'm going to go ahead and thicken this up here. What a gun. Look at that thing. It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, we're going to refresh that. So we're at 307. Look at the damage on that thing. Sweet. So let's go ahead and carry some of this back this way. Like that. Bring this down. Okay, cool. There we go. Now I'm terrible when it comes to stocks. Kind of the back end of the gun here. And especially because I'm probably not going to throw any cool material into this at all. It's just going to be iron going back here. Something like this. We'll bring a point up like this. Let's see, that is not what I meant to do. Anyway, I think we'll just kind of leave it at that for now. And then we'll bring... Let's see here. I think I actually accidentally started choosing to delete stuff there. That's not what we wanted to do. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's look at that. So, it's nothing amazing to look at. But it should get the job done. So we refreshed that and it went from 307 to 331 because we've added more iron. And you can see it's only using 9 blocks of iron right now. So that is definitely not an issue. Now I do kind of have an idea here. Let's see, how's that gonna work? Let's see, something like that. And I think I will close it off a bit. I'm gonna have to get in here a little closer. Let's see, rotate this around. And I'm trying to kind of select inside of here, but something like that. Okay. I know that's kind of weird. At this point, it's just becoming odd shapes and everything. But that's okay. I'm cool with it. Let's see here. Okay. Now, I'm seeing some things here. Let me check this out. So they have various brushes and everything down here. That's cool. Pencil, point, get the block. Okay, cool. I think we'll just stick with what we've got. I don't want to get too crazy right now. We just need a weapon to carry around because right now we're basically running away from everything or only sticking around to fight if it's an easy target. So we don't want to always do that. So let's see. I do like the idea of deleting some of this. I like to have some kind of indented areas. That didn't work though. There we go. Hit delete. That does take care of it. Something like that. That's cool. And then we'll do that down here as well, just to kind of give it some depth, some texture. So right now there's really not a whole lot going on with this thing. This is the weirdest looking gun. Alrighty, now I could go in and I could dye this. I think we're going to leave it the way it is. Let's refresh this. 333. I could go in, dye this, make it black. We'd have to pick up pigment. I think I can buy some right here, but let's see. I mean, we could like play with this, I suppose. Let's try this. If we paint this down, refresh it. So we have 0 pigment, and right now it's requesting 1. I suppose it's not that big a deal. Not too big a deal. Let's see. Do we want to go through and paint all this? We do have the mirroring on, so it should reflect it on the other side. I suppose that's not really too big of an issue. Let's see, we have the eraser. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to run around this thing real quick, paint it, make it all black. And I think somebody has pigment. If Adisa doesn't, somebody else does. And I will just go pick it up because, yes, let's just make this dark. Let's make it look cool. Okay, well, I played around with it a little bit more and made it dark and a little bit darker on this end. I know it's kind of goofy. I kept playing around with it. You can't get a good sharp edge here, at least at a glance with the paint as far as I can tell, but maybe there's something you can do. But, you know, we're not really that concerned with it right now. I think it's totally fine. So let's go ahead and save this. Now, I already started to save this. We have Weem's Iron Rifle, and that's when I noticed a cool new feature. I had not seen this before. You can move the gun around here and get kind of a different angle on it and then choose to capture it, and it actually takes a picture of it. So we can back out. There we go. We've got that. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. And then we can choose a background color for that too. So let's see. Let's go with, I think we'll just go with this kind of white here. Oh, that's hardcore. Yeah, something like that. That's pretty cool. That is a very cool feature. So we're going to go ahead and save. We've saved the ISO. Now, normally this is where we would export it into our inventory. The thing is, we're short on pigment. So we have to step out of this menu, and we'll talk to Adisa. Let's see. So she does have the pigment, and look at that. Look how cheap that is. So we only needed 4. We're just going to go ahead and buy 4 right now. Thank you. Jump back in here. Right. Let's see. I actually don't know if I need to go back to this or not. I think we can just open. Let's see. Is it this? Is this my load? No, that is not it. Let's see. I'm trying to recall. If we go ISO, maybe? Yes. Gun. There we go. Weem's Iron Rifle. So we've got that here. You now see that we have all the material down here in the bottom right. We're all set. And because we're saved and all good to go, we're going to go ahead and export. It's telling us here's the materials, here's the stats. Don't know why that's still yellow there, but anyway, that's fine. And let's go ahead and export this thing. Cool. It has been created successfully. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and let's see. We're going to jump into our inventory, go to item, let's see, equipment. There it is. Check that out. So let's go ahead and put that in here. Number 5. We'll click 5. And there it is on our back. Very cool. That stock looks really small now. Oh well, that's fine. So let's see. We need bullets. And let's see. Do you have the bullets? You do have bullets. They're relatively expensive. We have 2,700 meat. I don't want to spend more than a few hundred on this, so let's just go ahead and we'll just buy an even 50. Very cool. And then yes, it does count, so it does have that. Excellent. Now let's go shoot things. We've got Weem's Iron Rifle out, and we're just gonna go hunting here real quick, see if we can find something nearby. Ah, these guys are certainly aggressive and don't like us, so let's try to take one of them out. Now, they're pretty tough, and our gun is cool. We don't have armor, though, so this could end very poorly, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. If we go down in a blaze of glory, I'm cool with that. Let's see here. Is that going to reach him? It is. Now, this is doing pretty good damage. He's already halfway dead. Of course, if he breathes on me once, I'm gone. There he goes. Look at that. Weem's rifle performing as intended. His body Flips and falls to the ground. We might take a little damage coming off of here. Oh boy. Ugh. Cool. Look at that. Very nice. Of course, we threw 30 bullets at him. But that's cool. We got a lot of meat for that. Very cool. Well, I'd say we had a pretty good run today. We went and obviously I had gathered all the material, and you can see perhaps around me here, I've got the limestone set. I actually came and put that down. We placed the bed back down. So definitely want to build a home here and experiment some more with that building, but we'll pick that up next time. And obviously I've now got the Weem's iron rifle on my back, and that's performed pretty well. So very excited about that. I can now fight off things that decide they want to attack me. Of course, I may need to buy some more bullets, but yeah, we'll get around to that at some point. Anyway, thanks for stopping in, following along with me, everybody. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time.